We just don't understand why bail wasn't requested. But that doesn't mitigate that the judge could have looked at the circumstances. I don't know if she saw the video. We don't know yet, but she had the opportunity to step in and say, well, hold on a second.
Wait, but she knew that cops had been beaten up by these guys,
Absolutely,
right?
absolutely.
She knew that,
She
and
knew.
she still didn't hold them?
Apparently not. And now let me take it to the next level. They walk out the door. They want to bust somewhere in America, going somewhere right now.
Yeah.
And they had insult to injury to all of us. And we're very...
Okay, so now you see a police officer. This guy right here, I think they said that he's the chief of patrol police. He's another person. He said that they're on a bus. So again, we got to ask that question. Is Alvin Bragg telling the truth? Me personally, if you guys think that Alvin Bragg is keeping it a buck, if y'all think that he's telling the truth, give me a thumbs up. If y'all think that he's not telling the truth, if y'all think that he's not keeping it a buck, then give me a thumbs down.
benevolent people in New York City. To give us literally the finger on the way out the door. Literally. This is a host of issues we got to talk about, and it stops right here.
So, Chief, do we know, was bail requested and then the judge declined that, or do we know how that played out?
For the four that arrested that day, bail was not requested, but the judge had an opportunity to obviously override that. Right. Say, nope, I'm going to remand you, and we'll take it from there. Was the video played in court? We don't know that answer, but it shouldn't matter. When four attacked.
Hey, let me just ask you guys this: how many of y'all would take a job like Al Sharpton got? Because you know Al Sharpton is irrelevant, and he's a relic, but he gets paid to sit there and cosplay being relevant. That's not a bad gig. I can't get mad at Al Sharpton for taking the paycheck. He just happens to be an idiot. You know what I'm saying? He's paid to be a fake spokesperson. How many of y'all think that NBC knows that Al Sharpton has virtually no influence on anybody? Shout out to DeAndre. I agree. I don't want no parts of what Al Sharpton is doing. Facts. Dude, this is crazy, man. I'm curious. Before we get to Al Sharpton, I'm curious. What do you guys think that Al Sharpton's position is going to be? What is he going to say? What is he here for? Shout out to PD That Remains. PD That Remains said he's a talking head and a useless tool. Facts. What y'all think, Al? So what you think Al Sharpton finna say? What's he about to say? What's his position about to be? Shout out to Sybil. What's good with it, Sybil? Do y'all think that he's gonna come in and play the savior for the migrants? If you guys think that he's gonna come in and bat for the migrants, give me a thumbs up. If you guys don't, give me a thumbs down. Let me know what y'all think he finna do. I think that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna sit in here and babble for the migrants. That's what I think he's gonna do. Real quick, shout out to everybody that's watching. We got 41 people watching and we got 46 likes. If everybody could bang on a like button and get us to 60, that'd be great.
And you know, with the difference between good and evil.
Yeah, facts, Torian.
That's not acceptable.
And Rev, we talked about this yesterday. This is a confluence of a lot of really bad events. You've got, and the mayor said, you know, we've got a problem with illegal immigrants. You can't keep sending illegal immigrants our way. We got to take care of the problem at the border. Which, of course, right now, House Republicans don't want to pass that bill to do it. And
man, it's look. Do y'all hear the Democrat media? Now, again, I don't have a dog in this fight, right? But from a YouTube content creator, political content creator, him sitting there saying that the border issue is going on simply because the Republicans won't sign a bill. Not true, dude. How many people have watched my Undocumented Bros playlist on all of my channels or watched the immigration playlist on BLR1 or BLR2? If you guys have, throw some flames in the chat. Is what this clown Joe that was just so outraged that that Kyrie Irving tweeted something. Is he telling the truth? Is anybody surprised that he would not tell the truth? I'm not surprised that he wouldn't tell the truth. It's one of the reasons why he got his media job. This dude is a clown. That's what they do. They hire the best liar to be a spokesperson.
And then you've got, you know, you've got so-called bail reform that allows people to beat the hell out of cops and then walk and then flee. I mean, we've got to circle back, and city council's got to step up. The governor's got to step up. A lot of people that have passed a lot of bad laws need to step up and fix the situation.
You have, as the chief said, a confluence of issues here. You have the immigration issue, you have the border issue, you have the issue of bail reform, which I say could be bail deform when people take advantage of the reform that many of us advocated. But when you get down
and by the way, you talked about this yesterday, violence. When you're talking about violent acts,
exactly.
and let me just add on top of that, violence against cops, against people who are supposed to protect New Yorkers. At that point, come on, you're right. That's not reform.
And as he can tell you, many of us fought to get more blacks and Latinos on the force. So, I mean, are we telling kids now, be a cop?
How many Latinos fought to get blacks on the force? How many Latinos fought to get black people on the force? DSB said, clear your throat when you talk, Al Sharpton. Yeah, big facts. Sound like he spent all day eating sandpaper, don't it? Yeah, exactly. Facts. That's a good question. Shout out to Ty Valentine. Ty Valentine said, how many Latinos fought for blacks, period? Sat there, and whatever you did fight for, you get them on the force, and then they turn out to be like Eric Adams. Shout out to William Arendt. William Arendt said, look at how the police chief is looking at Bobblehead. He looking at Bobblehead because, see, here's the problem, William. Al Sharpton has the neck that this no-neck police officer needs. And so he's sitting here looking like, if only I could put my head on Al Sharpton's neck, I would be a matching person. But instead, he's got a J.B. Pritzker head that just sits on a collar. So it's like his head rotates on a turret instead of rotating on a neck. And Al Sharpton has a giraffe neck with a balloon on the end of it. See? So you have all these weird, funny-looking people with all these weird, funny-looking talking points. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you get on NBC when you watch this. This should be pay-per-view because it's nothing but a freak show.
But you can get your behind beat, and we're going to call it reform. No, reform is those that should be incarcerated or shouldn't be held because of financial reasons. But all the way from Border Patrol down, I think that...
Look at him. You can tell. He's sitting there. So that's what it's like to be able to move your head on a swivel. I've never been able to experience that before. I've always just turned my head from my sternum up. Like, seriously, bro? You know what I'm saying?
The issues have to be dealt with, but none of them justify beating policemen.
Right.
For any reason. This is not political. This is criminal.
Yeah.
And I think that, as I said yesterday on the show, I have an office of National Action Network right in Times Square. This happened right near there. We cannot keep allowing. I was in Texas last night giving a speech. The Abbotts of the world keep sending migrants in here and not dealing with that issue. And then we get here with all of the legitimate things we may disagree with some of the policing, have in the middle of that civil debate, have this kind of thing going. I challenge a lot of my progressive friends. They need to step up like I have and say, wait a minute, this.
Man, Al Sharpton's sitting up there getting paid millions of dollars to babble. Millions of dollars to babble. Shout out to JW. JW said, see, he's defending the police. I'm going to tell you guys a little secret. Democrats will always defend the police. Always. Always, 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 always. Anytime it seems like the Democrats are not defending the police, it's all smokescreen and it's all lies. And I'm going to tell you why. It's real simple. Which party advocates for larger amounts of money to be invested in government oversight and regulation? Which political party, which political directionality does that? Yeah, in facts, William, big facts. All they have to do is repeal that sanctuary city status. Facts. Which branch of the political parties advocate? Yeah, shout out to William, shout out to Deneen. The Dems, right? Democrats advocate for larger government, more government oversight. Let me ask you guys a question. Are the police a part of the government, and do the police provide oversight? Yes or no? So anytime you hear a Democrat saying that they're going to defund the police, they're lying. That completely goes against everything that makes them a Democrat. That's why when I heard all these people saying defund the police, I was like, man, when are people going to get it? This is all lies. These people are literally just sitting here blatantly lying to you. There is no way that Democrats are going to defund the police. And then that's when Obama and them came out talking about that sounded too woke. So now you got Obama sitting up there sounding like Fox News. You know what I'm saying?
Is not what we condone. This is not what
it's not acceptable.
Chief, just watching that video, they're assaulting other people, like any kind of assault. I mean, and then on top of it, obviously, it's police officers. Can you explain how bail reform that's taken place means that you can assault someone and then just kind of walk out?
Literally, who said that? So this is what Al Sharpton signs up to be the punching bag of these white people, sitting there acting like he's the reason why these police got beat up. Can you tell me why bail reform means to beat up literally the only people that have ever said that bail reform means that you can beat up a police officer is the media.